Welcome back, Truth Seeker. I should be in bed, but there's just too much to talk about with the death of Chadwick Boseman, who played Jackie Robinson in the number 42 on what was the 2020 celebration date of Jackie Robinson Day in the MLB. What some people would dismiss as a big coincidence. But here's another big coincidence to dismiss. Chadwick Boseman, who played Black Panther as well, has died on the birthday of Jack Kirby, the author of Black Panther. And I'm going to show you just how deep this riddle is. We're going to connect it to Kobe Bryant's death. It's all undeniable what I'm about to show. And if you did miss the video I put out earlier today about Jackie Robinson Day being on this day, the anniversary of the killing of Emmett Till and Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, I did a big presentation on the number 76 and why it's so important and so relevant and why the Million Man March was on the day leaving 76 days left in the year. And Acts 7:6 from the Bible. And in Gematria, why Negro, Slave, Rasta, Blues, they all equal 76, as does Barack Obama, the only black president to date. And lo and behold, Jack Kirby's died at age 76, and we'll get to his death. He died on 2-6, like the Dodgers scored tonight, 2-6, the team Jackie played for. Talk about how he died 162 days from his birthday, and Major League Baseball's 162, like how there's 162 games in a season. And we're also going to talk about how every single online source had Chadwick Boseman's birthday as November 29th, 1977. IMB still does. But Wikipedia and Google are updating their sources, changing the birthday from November 29th, 1977 to November 29th, 1976. And part of the reason they're doing this is because they don't want people to see that he died at age 42 on Jackie Robinson's birthday, who wore the number 42. And again, that was the name of the movie made by Disney about Jackie Robinson that he starred in, 42. And if you haven't read my first book, in that book, I talk about how in 2018, on Jackie Robinson's birthday, January 31st, three black celebrities died. Oscar Gamble, Rajuel Butler, and Latan Lemon, the sister of Don Lemon, all died January 31st, all with names equaling 42 in Gematria. Like February, the news of their deaths broke February 1st, Black History Month. And Oscar Gamble, the Major League Baseball player, not only did he die on Jackie's birthday, but he died 42 days after his own birthday. And now we have another 42 Jackie Robinson riddle. And this time, the actor from Black Panther in 42 is dead on the birthday of Jack Kirby. And notice birthday equals 42 like Jackie, as does Jesuit. Again, it's the Jesuits who are behind all of this. It's the Jesuits who coded out our language, synced it up with the calendar, who control Hollywood, who control these sports leagues, who control our government, which should be obvious. The Jesuits have been in Washington, D.C. longer than it's been Washington, D.C. But Jack Kirby, again, his author name, not his birth name. Jack Kirby was Jewish, realized the Jesuits who operate on behalf of the Catholic Church. They were founded in part by Jews who converted to Catholicism. But Jack Kirby, 153, like the Jesuit Order 153, like how LeBron signed a $153 million contract with the Lakers. Lakers is 42, like LeBron James. 153 is the 17th triangular number. It's LeBron's 17th season. Lakers going for number 17. He signed on 1/7. This year, for the first time in 17 years, the one seeds in the respective conferences, the Lakers and the Bucks, lost their opening games. Anyway, they'll be playing tomorrow after this big ritual. But look at this. Jack Kirby, born Jacob, and right now there's a big protest for Jacob Blake, but Jacob Kurtzberg, who's Jack Kirby, born August 28th, 1917, dead February 6, 1994. That means he died at age 76. And if you missed the work I did earlier on 76 and Jackie Robinson, again, his story begins July 6, 1944 at Fort Hood. 7-6 plus a date with 76 numerology, Negro, Slave, Rasta, Blues, 76, Barack Obama, Jack Robinson, his birth name, Jackie Robinson Day. It's all 76. And again, Gematria is a simple code, alphabetic order forwards and backwards, and rules numerology. Plus today, August 28, 2020, has 76 date numerology. So on Wikipedia today, Chadwick Boseman dies by the numbers and gets his birthday changed from 77, which I showed in the last live stream, to 76. And we'll see if IMDb follows suit and changes theirs to 76 as well. But he also played Thurgood Marshall. And again, the Supreme Court's completely run by Jesuits. But again, IMDb has his age of death at 42, which is what everyone else had until. And again, the reason the mainstream media reported his age of death incorrectly is because they don't want people to catch the 42 thing. It'll be too obvious, the ritual. But look at this. Jack Kirby, from his last birthday, August 28th, 93, to his death, February 6th, 94, 162 days. Baseball's 162 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse. Major League Baseball's 162 when you use the alphabetic order. And there should be a space between league and baseball. It won't make a difference. But again, just gematria, forwards and backwards. 162 games in a Major League season. Look at what day the Black Panther movie came out. Date that can be written 16/2 like 162 in the majority of the world. And again, these things are not a coincidence. Not at all. If the people in the chat can hit the like button, if you guys can hit the like button, it'll help some strangers get here. Let's get the let's get the amount of people in this room up, because this information needs to get out. And if you guys are already wowing, we're just getting started here. We haven't touched nothing yet. But again, Jackie Robinson Day 76, Jack Robinson 76. They're saying the actor's dead from colon cancer, which we covered a lot deeper in the last video. Colon 76, like slave, like Negro, like Rasta, like blues. Again, just did a 2-hour live stream on his death. Tons of information in here. Definitely watch this. Earlier today, before he died, we covered the big ritual they were doing with Jackie Robinson Day. And, with regards to the whole 7-6 thing, well, with regards to the 42 thing as well, remember on what would have normally been Jackie Robinson this day this year, April 15th, the day he was called up to the major leagues in 47, on what's normally Jackie Robinson Day, the Pittsburgh billionaire donated $4.2 million. 42, right? And then Mookie Betts, who was traded to the Dodgers on February 4th, 4/2 like 42, just the other day on August 26th, he led the protest of the game for Black Lives Matter 42 days from his birthday. And remember, when the MLB owners first proposed the MLB comeback, they proposed a 76-game season. And the MLB season is going to end September 27th, the day the Jesuits were recognized by Rome, just like how the NBA season came back on Ignatius of Loyola's death date, the founder of the Jesuits. Again, the Jesuits control it all. And every year there's huge rituals in all of entertainment, especially sports, on September 27th. Again, that's the day the Jesuit order was recognized by Rome. But September 27th, 2020 is a date with 76 numerology as well. And not only that, but from the original proposed start date, which was July 4th, it didn't start that early. It ended up starting later, and they went with a 60-game season, but this was the initial proposal. From July 4th, the initial proposed start date, to September 27th was 85 days later. Remember, all of this was right after the George Floyd killing, whose porn name is Floyd the Landlord 76. And then in Washington, D.C., they changed 16th Street to Black Lives Matter Plaza. Black Lives Matter Plaza, and the most pure cipher, 76. And again, the Million Man March was in D.C. on the day leaving 76 days left in the year, October 16th. Again, Barack Obama, the only black president to date, 76. These are the base ciphers. Alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. All those numbers are important. Negroes, 32 and 76. MLK killed on 4/4 and 68. Barack Obama, 68, the 44th president. 229 is the 50th prime. Washington's 50. America's 50. Cleverly thought out agent name for Agent Obama. Barry Soetoro. But, again, all this stuff, it's just all perfectly coordinated, planned, synced, and it is the Jesuits. They invented our language. They gave us the calendar. They've had it all synced up, and they don't play around. And they put their rituals right in people's faces and expect them to just call coincidence. And sadly, the people do, as if they're under some serious kind of mind control. But now check this out. Here's the Kobe Bryant part. And so Jackie Robinson Day is April 15th every year. But this year they had to do it on August 28th because baseball was suspended due to coronavirus, which is another Jesuit ritual. That's why Tony Fauci at Jesuit Georgetown, Georgetown equals 42 like Jesuit. He said on January 10th, 2017 at Georgetown that there'd be a surprise pandemic and outbreak under Donald Trump, who's also Jesuit educated. And if you're new here, be sure to go back and see the last 6 months worth of videos. You won't regret it. But granted, you'll need a couple weeks to watch them all, but you still won't regret it. Anyway, April 15th, normal Jackie Robinson Day to the day they did it this year, August 28th, which is the day in history that Jackie Robinson reportedly had his conversation about joining White Major League and he passed the test. But anyway, from April 15th to August 26th is 135 days later. And notice the Dodgers fell to 13-5 away tonight playing Texas, where Jackie Robinson's story started at Fort Hood on not April 4th, but July 6th, 44. And remember, Kobe Bean Bryant 135. We've been talking about Kobe's death in 135 all year. On Kobe Bryant Day, the Lakers just won with 135 points. The mainstream media made sure that you knew that the game began 24-8, like the jerseys Kobe wore, 24-8. But Kobe Bean Bryant, his full name 135. Lakers again 135 points on Kobe Bean Bryant Day, 24-8. And don't forget that movie, The Black Mamba, which stars with Kanye West. Kobe's helicopter crashed very close to Kanye West's house, and it crashed January 26th, 135 days from Kanye West's birthday. And with regards to the Dodgers losing 2-6 tonight, or you can look at the score 6-2, Bryant's 26, ball game's 26, game is 26. When you write out 26 as a word, it brings you back to 42. Lakers, Jackie, Slavery, Tuskegee, Georgetown, Jesuit, it's all 42. LeBron James, February, the N-word, it's all 42. And the list goes on. Martin's 42, Malcolm X is 42. Today's the anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech. And the list goes beyond that. Again, if you have not read my first book, which you can get at gematriaeffect.news, go to the top right corner where it says ebook. The 18th chapter is about the dark rituals that are done throughout history with the number 42 on black people, again and again. And I've been talking about the 42 rituals going on all year with Kobe, who was reportedly crashed his helicopter on the 4200 block, even though he crashed in the middle of the dirt field. I mean, Mookie Betts coming over days later on 4/2 to LA. And that's exactly what I said in my video. I said, pay attention that Mookie's coming over on 4-2 to the Dodgers, Jackie 42 right after Kobe died by the numbers. On Kobe's 42nd birthday, August 23rd, you get the shooting in Wisconsin of Jacob Blake. And where did I put it at? Hold up. Where did I put it at? I guess it's not on this post. Hold on. I know I put that 26 Jacob Blake up somewhere. Hold up. Oh, I put it here. Jacob Blake, 62-26. Floyd, 62-26. Bryant, 26. Minneapolis, 62. George Floyd killed in Minneapolis, the original home of the Lakers. How all these things come together. Jackie Robinson's story starts in Texas at Fort Hood. All these details are related. You know, it's what you call the triangle offense, as Phil Jackson would put it. But, and you got to love that the Dodgers stayed on 24 wins, right? Kobe finishes his career with 24. Keep in mind the term Faustian bargain equals 62, which is a deal with the devil. Kobe, who had his career high in his 666th career game. Sacrifice also equals 62. Riot equals 62. Officer 62. Georgia 62. The killings in Georgia. The George Floyd incident. The Jacob Blake incident, putting the same numbers on everything all year that we just been covering story after story, exposing it all. So coming back to this, remember the beast rules for 42 months in Revelation? Look at this. The Black Panther movie came out on February 16th, 216, right? Or 16/2, like 162, like we talked about. That was also a date with 56 numerology, Black Lives Matter 56, Society of Jesus 56. Those are the Jesuits. But the date can also be written 2/16, like 216. And from Kobe's death to this ritual today with Chadwick Boseman, 216 days. 216, right? And remember, the product of 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. And Black Panther 666, basketball game 666, the NBA Finals is 666. The Lakers coach, these are his stats right here. Frank Vogel, the current coach of the Lakers, going into this year's playoffs, he had 666 games coached in the regular season. 666. His next game in the playoffs after this ritual will be number 66. And remember, Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, teaches about the number of the beast, 66. And Lakers is 66. Look at this. Lakers is 66. LeBron's 66. LeBron James is 66. New Testament, which ends with the 66th book, Revelation, New Testament 66. It begins with the 42 generations to Jesus. LeBron James 4266. Math 4266. But hold up. Been talking about this one for years. This same photo's in my book, my actual printed book. This stat about LeBron being the first player to go to 6 straight finals since 66, and that's when Bill Russell did it. Bill Russell is 42 like LeBron, like how the Beast rules for 42 months in Revelation. And just notice that Black Panther and the NBA Finals are the exact same in Gematria. And notice how this game where they put up the stat, Cavaliers win series 4-2, right? They beat the Raptors, who Kobe had his 81-point game against in his 666th career game on January 22nd, 1/22, where the rest of his team scored 41 points for a total of 122 points. And Kobe Bryant's 41, and Kobe Bean Bryant's 81, and Satanic's 122, 666. And Satanic's also 67, and if you remember, right after LeBron signed with the Lakers, you had the 2 UCLA players die with the 67 connection. Blood Sacrifice and Human Sacrifice, also 67. But look at this. Again, it was Kobe's 666th career game where he scored 81 points in 42 minutes. Mark of the Beast is 54-81. Kobe Bean Bryant's 54-81. When LeBron passed Kobe in points scored the day before Kobe died in Kobe's hometown Philly, he scored the 54th points of the game to pass him on 25/1, like 251's the 54th prime. Now notice, they're finishing out the NBA season in Orlando, Florida, which has the gematria of 144, 234, and 81, like Mark of the Beast. The reflection at 234 is 432. Add those numbers together, it's 666. Also, the first 144 decimal points of pi, when added together, equals 666. And if you don't think the English language is coded out, let me show you one more thing. And you only need one cipher to do it. Just the alphabetic order. A's 1, B's 2, C's 3, up to Z is 26. If you write out 22 divided by 7, it equals 314. That's the mathematical shorthand to get to pi. 22 divided by 7 gives you pi, which is 3.14. Gematria means geometry and language, what we're doing. 3.14 pi is the most important number in geometry. And if you write out 360, the degrees in a circle, it's 227, like 22 divided by 7 is pi. So anyway, our entire language is coded out. It's very cleverly mathematically thought out. These numbers are not arbitrary. These numbers are used in rituals again and again and again. And the other day we were talking about when the NBA protest, why did ESPN have a shot up of Fear the Deer, the Milwaukee Bucks background, with the shot clock on 3:14 left? And I said the reason why is they're paying tribute to geometry, how they do everything mathematically. But look at this. The other thing about 234 is that's the Akron area code, and that's where LeBron's from. That's where Steph Curry's from. That's where Nate Thurman's from. Nate Thurman, who had his number 42, retired with the Warriors and Cavs, who allowed me to predict that the Warriors and Cavs would meet in the finals all the years they did and called the championships correctly as we did. Nate Thurman died 27 days after LeBron scored 27 in Game 7 on the real King James's birthday, coming back from down 3-1. The Warriors went down with 89 points, King James 89. LeBron scored 27. Nate Thurman died 27 days later at age 74. Here we are in the 74th NBA season.
Nate Thurman, 42. LeBron James, 42. Nate Thurman, LeBron James, Steph Curry, all born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio. Warriors, Cavs, they meet in the finals 4 times. You don't think this stuff's so well scripted out and planned? You have no idea. You forget that when Kobe Bryant played his last game against Utah, it was exactly 678 weeks after Michael Jordan played his last game, and both their names equal 678 in Sumerian Gematria. And that day, the Warriors, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, set a new NBA record with 678 combined three-pointers finishing their season. And in that same game, the Warriors eclipsed Michael Jordan's win record, winning 73 games, like how Steph Curry was born on March 14th, Pi Day, 3.14. Born in 88, the year they celebrated the first Pi Day. And you probably also forget that Del Curry, his father, the year Jordan set the win record at 72 games, Del Curry faced Jordan that year in his 73rd game of the season. Then decades later, his son sets the win record at 73. And then in the 73rd NBA season, he loses to the Raptors, who Del Curry played for, who Kobe Bryant scored his 81 points against. Del Curry met his wife in Toronto. The whole finals was scripted with her and Drake. You have no idea how scripted it all is, even as I tell you. So notice that stat they threw up here also, when they show the LeBron going 6 straight finals since 66. Raptors go down with 87 points. They lose by a difference of 26. The Cavs score 113. That's just like how when LeBron played his last game with the Cavs against the Lakers, it was March 11th, 11/3. 113 points were scored in the game, and 113 days later, LeBron signed with the Lakers on July 1st. The National Basketball Association 113, just like how they suspended play this year on March 11th. It was the 66th game for the Cavs and Lakers for both those teams in that game. And anyway, with the 87 up on the board and the 66, look at this. Look at this. Number of the beast in the most pure cipher, 66. Just like how Revelation 13:18 begins with, "Here is wisdom. Here is wisdom," in the 66th book of the Bible, and then it tells you the one with wisdom knows how to calculate the number. So what I've learned in my last 7 years having the wisdom to calculate is most fools don't even want to know, which really made me appreciate the phrase, "Don't cast your pearls before swine." But anyway, number of the beast, 66 and 87, right? And again, the Raptors go down with 87. LeBron goes to his 6th straight final for the first time anyone's done it since 66. And again, number of the beast, 66, 87, James 87, Martin 87. All this stuff's going down today, the anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream. Martin Luther King, King James. How many times did they have Steph Curry face LeBron James on Martin Luther King Jr. Day? They did it like every year, didn't they? They did. Martin 87, Lincoln Memorial 87. You know, that's where MLK gave a speech in front of the Lincoln Memorial, also where they had the big protest today, the day that all these rituals went down. I Have a Dream 87, LeBron 66, Lakers 66, LeBron James 66, I Have a Dream 66. When LeBron signed with the Lakers, another big 17 ritual that we talked about. If you guys haven't seen my video from Gematria Effect Sports that I put out right after LeBron signed, I said why his 17th season was going to be a very, very special season. That's this year. I said his 16th season won't go well. His 17th season, get NBA 17. 153 is the 17th triangular number, which means if you add 1 through 17, it equals 153. Lakers going for the 17th championship and LeBron's 17th season. So all these rituals. Again, he signed on July 1st, 1-7. And, Toronto Raptors equals 71, Celtics equals 71. They just swept the first round of the playoffs, and they both concluded their last game on Kobe's birthday. A date was 71 numerology, August 23rd, 2020. So, again, I wrote all this down in 2018, July 2nd. You know why? Because I was moving on July 1st. July 1st is the day I moved into this house. I was driving a big-ass truck across the state the same day LeBron was moving to L.A. And so that's why the post was the day after. But Again, it's the Jesuits, Mark of the Beast, Jesuit order, same Gematria, Kobe Bean Bryant, 54, dead the weekend before Super Bowl 54. All the Jesuit rituals with Mahomes, 42 pass attempts in the Super Bowl. So, every black quarterback to win a Super Bowl has played for a team with native symbolism, and they all did 42. Mahomes threw the ball 42 times. Doug Williams scored 42 points, 4 touchdowns in the second quarter, still a Super Bowl record. And then Russell Wilson from the 42nd State, Washington. Redskins, Chiefs, and Seahawks. And Seahawks get their symbolism from the local Seattle tribe. And again, if you guys are new here and haven't seen anything, decode this phrase up here. You lose this road game, you don't go home, it equals 157, like Kobe Bryant, like accident, like a whole bunch more things with Kobe. And he died on his 157th day of his age. And that's the 37th prime, and Los Angeles is 37, and Bryant's, check this out. Bryant's is 26 and 37. Kobe died on the 26th of January, the 37-year anniversary of Bear Bryant, the great football coach who coached at Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which equals 157. Like Kobe Bryant, who again died on his 157th day of his age, like this movie poster phrase, equals 157. And for anyone out there saying, prove it, you go prove it. I've already proved it 500 times this year. I probably made no less than 500 points and shown it on the screen no less than 500 times this year. Plus, I already wrote a book about it. Again, my new book coming out, there's a chapter on Bryant's death. It's over 80 pages long. Because there's a lot to it. There's always a lot to these rituals. This stuff is crazy deep how they do it. So, by the way, shout out to the people who left the good comments. BK's loved one pointing out the thing about Emmett Till. You know what? Emmett Till's birthday. I got to show you what's up with this. Remember? Remember how we're going to connect this to Kobe? Hold on, I'm going to show you. So this person points out that Emmett Till was born July 25th, 25/7, like 257, the 55th prime. And of course, blood sacrifice has that Gematria 257. And remember, Kobe died on the 257th day of the Boulé's age. Kobe's a member of the Boulé, so was LeBron, so was Martin Luther King Jr. That's how it all comes together. So was Benjamin Crump, who represents all these supposed families and these police shootings that are made for TV to divide the populace, to distract the populace. Let's see. Their official name is Sigma Pi Phi. Maybe I should just type it in that way. Sigma Pi Phi. Sigma Pi Phi equals 55 in English and in Greek. Boulé also equals 55. Again, 257 is the 55th prime. I'm about to show you how Kobe died on the 257th day of the Boulé's age. How come they took off their birthday from their... Look at this. Wikipedia is getting rid of their information. It's because people are catching on and learning this stuff. Crazy that they took down their birthday. Well, the Boulé's birthday, let me think. It's normally the 135th day of the year, so it's normally May 15th. And just watch. In a leap year, it's the 136th day of the year. But from their last birthday to when Kobe died, look at this. If you count the span of days, Kobe died on the 257th day of the Boulé's age. That's the 55th prime. And again, their official name is Sigma Pi Phi, and those letters in Greek add up to 55. Oh, it's also 62, like what they did today with the baseball score. Of course it is. And they got it in the name Jacob Blake, and in Floyd, and Minneapolis, Georgia, all these rituals they're doing. But Sigma Pi Phi 55, Boulé 55, Boulé is also 26. It's also 80, like how Martin Luther King Jr. died 80 days after his birthday, also like how Bryant's 80. And, Satan is 80, 55, like Boulé. Bishop Larry Gaither says that the Boulé is a Luciferian order. He knows more about that than me. And, but anyway, 257 is the 55th prime. Kobe died on the 257th day of the Boulé's age. And, yeah, there's even more. But Emmett Till, his birthday is 25/7. And he died on this day in history. I like how they write that he was 5'4", like Jesuit order. 54. But here's the thing about Emmett Till. his name equals 39, right? Martin Luther King Jr. dead at 39, Malcolm X dead at 39, and as we talked about, let me see if I got it here. This man who died today, Chadwick Boseman, whose birthday is being changed as we speak by Wikipedia, which is an Orwellian thing. But from his birthday, November 29th, to his death, August 28th, was exactly 39 weeks later. And Jackie's 39 with the alphabetic order. And now on that anniversary of Emmett Till. And Emmett Till equals 39 in the most pure cipher. Again, Martin and Malcolm both dead at 39. Martin Luther King Jr. 93. Malcolm X 93. Chadwick Boseman also died 93 days before his upcoming birthday. Kayla. Amazing, the work she does. If you're not subscribed to Kayla Decode Talker, you need to get subscribed. If you go to my, preferred list, she's right there. She's been at it for a while now, and she just gets better with time. She does really good work. She catches things that I miss all the time. She points out this happened on Donald Trump's 76th day of his age. Or 10 weeks and 6 days after the birthday. And Jackie Robinson Day in a leap year is the 106th day of the year. That's correct. Robinson's 106, Black Lives Matter 106, Rest in Power George Floyd, the phrase 106, Justice for George Floyd 106. I covered that one earlier, I forgot it. Good one. Blacks 106, Negroes 106, I Can't Breathe 106, Black Power 106, Black Panther Forever 106. That was tweeted out by the NAACP about his death today. And again, I've been educating about 106 and black history for years. I wrote about it in my first book. Again, the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing on a date with 106 numerology. The Charleston church shooting had 106 coded all over it, plus a million more things. Same stuff. That's why they made 16th Street in D.C., Black Lives Matter Plaza, paying tribute to the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing. Everyone's walking down the street with I Can't Breathe gear, not even realizing what they're participating in. A big psyop, a big ritual, big mockery. The people who are duping people into these protests and with this contrived news, which is what all of it is, they're the same people murdering these people, and they're the same people rigging the sports games, and all they do is play games with people. It's all just a big game to them. I understand why people are out marching and protesting and are fed up. I get it. But they don't realize how they're getting played for fools because they don't understand what's going on in the world. Keenan, he pointed out that Julia Reed, also in the news today, dead at 59. Remember, the numbers they always bring together are 59 and 42. Remember, they're saying the actor today died from colon cancer. Watch this. Rasta, blues, slave, Negro, colon. You see how it's all 5976? All of it. And with regards to colon cancer, it's also 59. And again, they're honoring the Negro Leagues and everything this year. It's just... It's amazing how they do it with the same numbers, the same patterns. And with regards to this woman being from New Orleans, it's known as NOLA. It's a predominantly black city. NOLA's 42. Remember the college championship this year between the Tigers, Clemson Tigers versus LSU Tigers. LSU Tigers equals 113. They won the championship in their own backyard with 42 points. Fifth Ward Weeby, the local rapper, died at age 42 days from his birthday. And I did go down to Louisiana at the beginning of this year and actually talked to real LSU football players on the campus, students, professors, spent time in New Orleans, educated about this code and this knowledge down there. And, that championship, again, it was on January 13th. LSU Tigers is 113 and 59. In the game, they talked about the death of Billy Cannon, who won the Heisman in 59, Billy Cannon 59, and who defeated Clemson in the championship in New Orleans, just like Joe Burrow did this year. And Joe Burrow transferred to Clemson the exact same day that Billy Cannon died, May 20th, 2018. Again, you guys, they do these types of rituals. The thing with Billy Cannon and Joe Burrow is no different than what they've done today with the death of Chadwick Boseman on Jackie Robinson Day. They do this stuff annually, major rituals. And New Orleans is 54. You see that? And 144, just like Jesuit order. And the college championship was on a 54-date numerology. And then Joe Burrow Super Bowl 54 was exactly 54 days after his birthday. And then Joe Montana equals 54, and his 49ers played his Chiefs, and again, he wore 19 for the Chiefs. They won the 2019 season, defeating the 49ers, which was a pretty easy call. And then Joe Burrow got drafted by the Bengals, and of course, Joe Montana beat the Bengals in Super Bowl 16 and 23, so added up 39. And Tigers is 39, who Joe Burrow played for, and who he also defeated, because he defeated the Clemson Tigers playing for the LSU Tigers. But, again, Joe Burrow, his name. Oh, I'm tripping. His name's not 54. But the Super Bowl was 54 days after his birthday. Joe Montana, 54. Again, the stuff is, these people are birth named accordingly. It's all planned. With regards to Joe Burrow being 53, that's a great football number, because the shape of the football in sacred geometry is known as the Vesica Pisces, which equals 53, 53-man roster, 53-yard wide field. But man, all these riddles. And, hold on. So anyway, this woman, Julia Reed, I don't know a lot about her. Let me just run her name, Gematria. But I see what they did with the 59 thing. Oh, her name's 59 too, huh? I guess, is that what his comment said? Yeah, he did right. The Julia Reed equals 59. So many celebrities this happens to. Her name was also 85, like Jesus Hominum Salvator, the Jesuit motto. Basketball 85, the first March Madness in 85, where the Catholic school defeated the Jesuit school at Georgetown. Julia Reed's also 158, like the Jesuit birthday in France is 15/8. They were first formed in France August 15th, 1534, the Jesuits. And, Shadow Mask says, in a red carpet interview with Access, Chadwick said 4 times, "I'm dead," when asked about Black Panther. 2. So I guess he wasn't going to be in that. 4 is the number associated with death. And also pointed out something I overlooked in the last decode. If you count the span of days from his birthday to his death, it was his 274th day of his age, and Chadwick Boseman's 274. So I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow in Bozeman, Montana, they say a 42-year-old black man was shot by a white cop. That's how these people roll. Oh, man. Let me see. Again, you guys, just how they did this on Jackie Robinson Day, the $4.2 million donation. And Thomas Tull's 42, and it was a date with 59 numerology, Jack Robinson 59, Negro Slave Blues Rasta. Add colon to the list, because our actor's dead from colon cancer, which also equals 59 colon cancers we just showed. The 42 producer donates $4.2 million. And again, with all the 106 stuff, you guys, if you guys are new here, I said back when this pandemic was just getting underway, I said, watch, they're going to end up targeting black people with this thing, just like they always do. I said, we got to get the word out to Africans to tell them to watch out. What happens on June 24th, 2020? Okay, I'm just going to show you guys. The pandemic was declared March 11th, 2020. And on June 24th, 2020, they began testing COVID vaccines on black Africans in Africa. And that was the 106th day of the pandemic. And again, black is 106. Black Lives Matter is 106. I Can't Breathe is 106. Black Power is 106. And the list goes on. Kayla just gave us that really great list. But this stuff's not a joke. And if you doubt that, look it up. It's a fact. Here. COVID-19 vaccine testing, Africa, June 24, 2020. First vaccinations begin in Africa, Wednesday, June 24, 2020. The 106th day of the pandemic. And in my new book, I mean, it's pretty much all spelled out, what they're doing, the 106. It's just, even since I've finished the book, and which should be in my hands in any day, there's just been so many more things that have happened. When you guys get your copies of your books, man, don't be afraid to take a pen or a pencil and add in more notes, because it's all about knowledge and keeping track. As you read the book, and you watch the videos I've put out since I finished writing it at the end of July / beginning of August, because I did the updated version after the Beirut explosion. There's just been so many more things we can pencil in there. Again, the whole 102 New Zealand thing, there's so much stuff about 102 and Wuhan coronavirus in my book, and then, after I finished it, this thing happened in New Zealand. And, again, just understand all this stuff is related. So New Zealand locked down after a 102-day run, and remember, coronavirus is compared to Spanish flu, which happened in 1918, 102 years ago. She did this on the day leaving 142 days left in the year. Coronavirus 142, like how the NBA suspended its season March 11th, the 142nd day of the year. Social distancing is 102. Wuhan, China is 102. The leader of New Zealand is Jacinda Ardern, 102. Her surname alone is 102 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse. She's the daughter of a powerful Mason. And, yeah, it's just, here, let's see if IMDb's changed his birthday yet. It's still 1977, dead at 42. Let's see, when's IMDb going to get with the program? Wikipedia must be getting pissed. Wikipedia changed theirs up, now they need IMDb to... That's the thing about this internet age, you guys. Just, they change information. Case in point, Lamar Jackson, the quarterback in the NFL now, when he was the star player of the year for college football when he was 19 years old, that happened right after Muhammad Ali died, and there was the 19-mile funeral procession in Louisville, his hometown, where Lamar Jackson played. And for the entire time Lamar Jackson was in college, his birthday was listed as the exact same day as Muhammad Ali's. And the day he was drafted in the NFL, Wikipedia and everything else changed his birthday to a new birthday. I said, look at that. Lamar Jackson's birthday has been Muhammad Ali's birthday. And now he doesn't have Muhammad Ali's birthday anymore. This is the problem with this internet age. It's just so easy to get rid of information, to change information. Even my own blog that I started on years ago that was not owned by Google at the time. Google has since bought control of that blog, and they're now actively deleting pieces from the blog that I assembled 30,000 meaningful posts on. Actively getting rid of stuff. Down the memory hole, straight out of George Orwell. It's frustrating. But again, like I said, they can take down a bunch of stuff, and it'll hurt, but I still know a lot of it right here. Plus, I got it down in print in the books, and that's why you guys should all got my book and printed it out, like I told you to. Because someday this information might be completely wiped off the web, and the only way you're going to be able to teach it to somebody is if you have it in print. And trust me, everything in my first book, it's the same patterns that go over and over and over again. Just like I wrote the chapter about Black history in 42 and how they do black people by this number again and again. And it's happened so many times even since I read it. So, wrote it. Read it. Whatever. Okay. I'm not tired, man. I'm not tired. I should go to bed, but this is way past my bedtime. But you know what? If there's some late night owls out there, let me see. Maybe we'll take some phone calls. Maybe somebody's got... If you guys are... Since it's late, if you guys are like drunk and wasted and, just like you're not coherent right now, maybe don't call in. But if you got something good to say, to add to the decode, something else that I'm not aware of, something else you want me to look at, those are the kind of calls I'm interested in. So it's the number on the screen, 509-560-4982. And if there's anybody out there that thinks this is all a bunch of bullshit that's watching, I would love for you to call in, because I would love for you to explain to me how it could be all bullshit. And again, just case in point about it being the Jesuits from the beginning. Again, Jackie Robinson's story started July 6th, which is the 187th day of the year in Killeen, Texas. Society of Jesus is 187, and so is Killeen, Texas. What's up, Anthony?
Oh my goodness, hello. So Zach, you're great. Just one thing, the live stream, your voice is just like it sounds weird, like the mic, kind of like robotish. But I love your content. You're an amazing person. Thank you for everything that you do. Trying to expose this to the rest of the people that I know. they just don't want the truth, and I feel like I'm alone, but as long as I got you, I'm happy.
Hey, about the mic thing, are you saying just in recent videos it sounds different?
No, it's just this live stream right now. Like, it sounds really weird for some reason.
Huh, I didn't change any settings since the last live stream, so that's weird.
I have no idea. I just, as soon as I clicked on it, like, it sounds like robotish, and then it had like a weird echo later on, but it's fine. I'm still listening.
Well, that's too bad. But all right, thanks. I appreciate the heads up.
Yeah, thank you. Take care.
All right, see you, man.
Bye.
Caller?
Yeah, I'm not drunk or wasted, so I thought I'd call in. I called the other day about Prince Charles and threw some stuff out at there. I was just wondering what your take is on equal space distancing in the Bible codes. Have you ever looked into that at all?
I got the Bible code books up here. It's interesting. I don't have a great answer for you, but it's something I'd have to do more research. But I do have the books. I have looked into that a little bit.
Well, I kind of think of it like this. I think God has his way of doing things, and I think that was God's coding in there. And I think the Jesuits just, they have to copy everything, so they don't have any original thoughts or anything original themselves. So when they created the language and created this coding system that you exposed, it's their version of becoming God, because that's their goal.
Yeah, I think it is something like that. That sounds about right. So.
Anyway.
Hey, just a question. Does the video sound robotic to you too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Weird.
But,
I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who knows? They play games. Hey, did you hear about the new law too, where now they can legally go into your internet searches and they don't need a warrant or anything? So I guess they'll be able to use anything against us in court.
Well, I mean, stuff like that's kind of a joke because they've been doing that the whole time. They've been collecting all of our data and information. It's all part of the Patriot Act. So.
Yeah, but now they legally said that they can. So I mean, they kind of have to get this permission, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of putting it more all in our face, just out in the open, saying, "See, this is the law of the land. You don't have right to privacy."
Yeah, did you see that New World Order video, music video that UN put out about the COVID thing?
No. What?
Like a music video, and they're openly boasting that COVID, New World Order, what they're doing is behind locked doors. It's crazy. And
the United Nations put this out? The United Nations put this out?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because the head of the UN right now, his name equals 201. Like, Event 201 was the coronavirus outbreak simulation that again happened the same day the military World Games began in Wuhan, China, and the Jesuit Orders 201. And we know the whole list. They've been coding 201 over this whole thing. So it only makes sense that the UN would put out that video.
Yeah, I missed what was the coding when they announced the Great Reset when the World Economic Forum did that. Do you remember?
Yeah, it came out on June 3rd. And here, watch. I'm going to show you something. I'm just going to put it on the screen. I'm going to search.
I'll have to watch it later because I'm on my phone. Same.
Well, here, as I tell people, I'm just going to put it on the screen as I explain it. But again, they announced the Great Reset on June 3rd. And the Great Reset equals 151, which is the 36th prime. And in that part of the world, they write June 3rd 3/6 like 36. So 151 to 36th prime. 36 is also related to 666 because if you add 1 through 36 together, it equals 666. Like how the Claydex simulation was 666 days for the pandemic, and now they're contact tracing us with HR 6666. But anyway, so the Great Reset's 151. It's for 2021 when the Agenda 21 Sustainable Development Goals are supposed to go into effect. Sustainable Development Goals is 151, like the Great Reset. Pandemic's 151. The first case of coronavirus supposedly outside the world was in Seattle, Washington, where the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is on January 15th, 15/1, like 151. And then Bill Gates just announced this Mosquito Week 151 as they unleash the genetically modified mosquitoes 151. And they're doing it in Florida, where the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Johns Hopkins, who did Event 201, just also did a World at Risk in September, which equals 151, where in that simulation, there's a pandemic going on in the world, and there's an intentional pandemic unleashed in Florida. And it's like, So they're unleashing mosquitoes in Florida, and it's the same people who just did the simulation where there's an intentional accelerated pandemic in Florida. And not to mention the Florida's stay-at-home orders started on April Fool's Day, which was the 201st day of their governor's age. So anyway, that's why they announced a world at risk, or not a world at risk, but the Great Reset on June 3rd. June 3rd. And yeah, so.
Yeah, that website is phenomenal. When you look at all those layers at the World Economic Forum, you look at all those layers of how they plan this thing over so many years. This shit's right in our face if you know where to look.
Everything they do is right in our face, and it's always by the same old numbers.
Well, thank you for your work. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care.
All right.
From the National Mosquito Week start date to the day that Bill Gates put out that video with the Grim Reaper made out of mosquitoes, 57 days, like Bill Gates and vaccines, 57. Ooh, man. Caller?
Hey, what's going on, Zach? This is Marco, man.
Man, do you sleep?
I know, right? I was up late tonight.
Yeah.
I just couldn't even lay it down. Heck yeah.
Yeah? What's up, man?
Yeah, this Boseman thing is messing with me a little bit, you know, because it just seems like it doesn't ever stop, man. And this Boseman one, I think this is another Christ ritual. I'm not sure if you. I know I'm coming to the live stream link, so I hope I don't reiterate anything. But somebody had posted in the Discord. They showed a picture of Boseman with the thorn around his head. Of course, the thorn represents the corona. So it's like a Christ ritual. And I knew it was a Christ ritual actually before I even saw that picture of that Rolling Stone thing, because Kenny Smith, Kenny the Jet Smith,
Right.
he posted a picture earlier where it had both Kobe and Boseman directly next to each other. They were both doing the Christ, holding their hands up. So Kenneth Smith equals 56. So of course just thought that was interesting, especially on a day that had 56 numerology, also 76 numerology. Now, I'm sure you've already been through 59s. We already know Chadwick Boseman equals 59. Like I said, Kobe is involved.
Well, colon cancer's 59, colon's 59, Jack Robinson's 59. Dude, yeah. I've already done 2 live streams on this, man, so I've pretty much covered everything. But with what you're saying right now about the Christ thing, again, he's really dead at 42, even though everyone's saying 43. Wikipedia just changed his birthday, but IMDb still has up his correct birthday. Everyone had his birthday as November 29th, 1977. So he's dead at 42 on Jackie Robinson's birthday. Of course, 42 is the Bible number. New Testament equals 42, and it starts with the 42 generations to Jesus. And New Testament is 42, Savior's 42, sin is 42. And it goes back to the 42 laws of Ma'at in ancient Egypt, where the first law is I will not sin. So again, and now I just looked up the image of the crown of thorns. So yeah, that's definitely part of what they're doing, no doubt about it.
Definitely. Which you already know, Black Mamba equals 59.
Calabasas, where he died. Calabasas, 59
right.
too. Yeah.
Exactly. If you write out Black Mamba and then Black Panther, just as, those 4 words, that equals 71, like Catholic traveling man.
Okay.
Also, they have a kind of a thing that they have in common, which would be Mamba forever and Wakanda forever. So if you write out those 4 words together, that equals 263, the 56 prime. Also equals 119. Have another one for you. Chadwick Boseman. You write that out all together equals 81. Of course, Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81.
Right.
And Wakanda forever equals 81.
Right. And did you catch that Jackie Robinson Day? It's normally April 15th. From that to today's 135 days later, and the Dodgers fell to 13-5 away, and Kobe Bean Bryant's won 35, just like how the Lakers won with 135 on Kobe Bryant Day. So.
Exactly. We just went right. We just talked about the 135. They went 135 crazy this week.
Yeah.
Another good one is that James Brown is 39, and from yesterday until Chadwick's birthday was going to be 93 days like Saturn.
Right.
Another one was Thurgood Marshall equals 240, and from the beginning of the year until yesterday was 240 days, and of course Kobe wears number 24.
Right.
Leap year equals 83 and 38, which we already know because we've seen 1,000 deaths this year. It seems like.
Right.
It's just a host of things. I'll leave you with these last 2 points. T'Challa, that was the name that he played inside of Black Panther. That was actually his name, and T'Challa equals 42.
Okay.
And also, Felicia Rashad was said to be his one of his mentors inside of the Hollywood circuit or whatever. And it had me thinking because somebody said something about the year of the tiger. Well, if you punch up Wildcat equals. I'm connecting Panther and Tiger and all these are Wildcats. That's why I'm going with that. So basically, Wildcat equals 72, and Felicia Rashad is 72 years old right now.
That reminds me that the day before this, you did have Lute Olson, the coach of the Wildcats, die, and Arizona's 42 as well. It's probably also connected.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So I'm saying this to say Felicia Rashad was in a movie, or rather like a Broadway play. It was directed by her sister. Her sister is Debbie Allen. And the name of the Broadway show was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And that equals 77. Back to, 77's been everywhere, what we've been talking about, especially with the donkish thing or whatever. But James Earl Jones was also on that play as well. And, I hate to do the predictions on people's lives and stuff, but I don't think it's looking good for James. It's just a feeling that I have. Big Daddy, that was the name of the character that he played, and Big Daddy equals 56. But I'm going with the name James in terms of the King James ritual. So I want to look out for James Earl Jones, see if there's anything there, and I pretty much just leave it at that now.
He does the CNN commercial. So.
Right, and he also does the Bell Atlantic, of course. So.
Yeah.
And then don't forget Darth Vader. He's the voice of Darth Vader as well. So.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's all I got, man. Just want to throw a couple things at you. You've already did an awesome job. I just wanted to add on to your bridges, bro. Appreciate you as always.
Great work, Marco. Get some rest, man. Take care.
You too, man. Okay.
That's it. See, I mean, it's late here on the West Coast, but he's on the East Coast, man. Sun's about to come up. It's probably already up. Caller?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Zach, have you heard of Cannon Hinnant?
That's the shooting from August 9th. Big hoax.
Oh, you talked about that already?
Yeah, plus I told you guys to circle August 9th for a race war psyop the day the George Floyd news came out. So, yeah, I covered it. The shooter's name equals 89. It's all bullshit.
Alright, man, just wondering about that.
Here, I'll put it up on the screen. I'll cover it again real quick. Again, August 9th was the anniversary of the Michael Brown shooting. And Cannon Hinnant. The story was that a white family invited a young black man over to dinner. They had dinner, and then the next day he went over and killed his kid for no reason. Just obvious bullshit story. But that name Hinnant is 109 and 37, like shooting's 109 and 37. He was reportedly killed on a date with 37 numerology. The shooter's name's Darius Sessoms, which equals 89, like how the shooting was on 89. The victim was 5 years old. 5 equals 42 is a word. How they always bring 42 in these race war psyops. And happened on the day leaving 144 days left in the year. Jesuit Order 144. The father's name is Austin, which has the same gematria as Jesuit in all ciphers. And Austin Hinnant's 56, 187, 79, like Society of Jesus. Just like how the Jesuit numbers are all on all these race war psyops. Just like how the Jesuit fingerprints are pretty much on everything. And they said Sessoms was 25 years old, the shooter. And, of course, has a square root of 5. The child's 5. the name Cannon equals 25, like the word death. So there's probably even more to it, but it's just obvious bullshit. I was just waiting for their August 9th race war psyop story, like I said, on the day of the George Floyd killing. So.
That's amazing. Can I ask you a quick question about
Call from
Oh shit! I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that.
press 1.
Call me back, dude. I didn't mean to hang up on you like that. That was my bad, man. That's the
press 1.
caller.
Hey, Zach. Hey, man. So, just calling in about, about this crap going on. And, of course, this role being in Black Panther is very ironic that bro's from South Carolina.
Okay.
And it's like, and it's just like, it's kind of crazy because it's like, I know how you say all the time, it's like these movie stars and athletes like are born and bred to be, and it's like that. It's so much evidence, like. And then I seen on because I stay in tune with sports a lot, of course, and it's like I noticed the Carolina Panthers tweeted out like, "Oh man, we lost our own," because that's how I learned he's from South Carolina through the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
And I was wondering, like, is there any like parallels with like Teddy Bridgewater coming to the Panthers with him?
I'm sure it's all synced up because I'm sure it's all synced up. I don't know if you watched the last live stream I did, but I talked about Cam Newton and all the stuff they did with him. Again, Cam Newton was released this year on Peyton Manning's birthday, and then he replaced Tom Brady, the two men that were the faces of white quarterbacks for the NFL. And if you missed the last video I did, I talked a lot about the stuff they've been doing with Cam Newton and the Black Panther Party and Huey P. Newton. So I'm sure that Teddy Bridgewater coming in, I'm sure there's a riddle with that too. They've done plenty of rituals with Bridgewater over the years. All this shit's connected, man. So if you start to look at it, you'll probably figure it out yourself. I'll look more at all that. But yeah, everything they do is perfectly scripted, man. Teddy Bridgewater's born for the show just like Cam Newton is. So, again, Cam Newton's born on the 131st day of the year. Huey P. Newton, the founder of the Black Panthers, died the same year Cam Newton was born on the day leaving 131 days left in the year. And right now, Cam Newton's stuck on 131 career games as he goes to play for the Patriots. And, this man who died today, oh my God, I can't think of his name right now, I'm tripping. The man who I'm talking about, Chadwick Boseman, his name equals 131. And so does Jack Robinson, 131. And again, Cam Newton, born on the 131st day. Huey P. Newton, dead on the day, leaving 131 days later. The founder of the Black Panthers. All this stuff is perfectly ritualistic and related.
So we're all clear. Like, because I know it's like 5 in the morning, so we're clear, right? Did he die at 43 years old or 42?
He died at 42. Well, Wikipedia just had to change his birthday, and IMDb has not changed it yet. Everybody else had his birthday as November 29th, 1977. So he was 42 years old.
That's wild. And I noticed too, the Hall of Fame coach who passed away, his name was like it came up to 34, like murder and all that.
Black also equals 34 as well.
Mm-hmm. And I know, I'm sure you probably covered that. He died at 85 years old. Basketball is 85, stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. IMDb still has him dead at 42, born November 29th, 77 in Anderson, South Carolina. Now dead in L.A., August 28, 2020, and the ritual synced up with Kobe. And you know what I honestly think, man? These people could really be getting killed, but sometimes I think some of them are like, they're in another club and I don't know, they're going off scene, they're going to live somewhere. I don't know, man. I'm not sure that... I really don't think Kobe's dead, because, again, the helicopter that they showed that was crashed, that wasn't even his helicopter. That looked nothing like the helicopter he flies in, so... Again, they treat us like we're done in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those ones who is skeptical about that Kobe death too.
Look at this,
And,
man. Is this right? Hold up. Is this right? Let me think about this. Well, anyway, where he's from even equals 93, like how he died 93 days before his birthday. I'll do some more research on his hometown and the other stuff they're doing with the NFL with this, because the NFL is about to kick off. Go ahead, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh man, I was letting you talk, man. That was just really what I was curious about because my initial find out, I found out through a friend through Instagram. That's how I initially found out. Then when I looked into it, it's like, yeah, he died at 43 years old, da da da. Then when I hit your live stream, then you said that, it was 42. And I was like, damn, like, he was in the Jackie Robinson movie. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that movie. I was like, so why are they switching his age? And it threw me for a tailspin. I said, bro, I gotta call him because this isn't making any sense.
I documented it too. I took all the screenshots before they changed stuff. So Wikipedia had his birthday as November 29th, 1977. Google had his birthday as November 29th, 1977. IMDb had his birthday as November 29th, 1977. So he's 42. They're changing this shit afterwards. And it's not the first time I've seen them do this. This is what they do. And again, today is Jackie Robinson Day. They had to change the day of Jackie Robinson Day for this season. So it's just a slap you in the face ritual. And I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but the man who wrote Black Panther, Jack Kirby, this is his birthday. This is his birthday today.
Wow.
Yeah.
I came in kind of late in the live stream. Wow.
And the other thing they did is the Dodgers lost, Jackie Robinson's team, and they fell to 13-5 away. 135 days after what's normally Jackie Robinson Day, April 15th, and Kobe Bean Bryant equals 135, and the Lakers just won with 135 on Kobe Bryant Day. At the start of the week, the game where they were up 24-8, that the ESPN was sure to make everybody know about with their live update, if you got their app. Lakers are up 24-8 on Kobe Bryant Day, 24-8. It's just like, get the fuck out of here with this rig shit, man. But see, it goes beyond just rigging the games, man. They murder people by the code. So,
man, it's so freaking rigged, bro. Because it's even like at this point, bro. If you don't know who's gonna win the NBA Finals at this point, I don't know what to tell you, bro. And this is I knew, and I kind of figured even before this man quote unquote died. It's right there, bro. Real, but,
indeed.
Man.
And hey, since you got here late, you need to know this part too. Covered this in the beginning, but I'll do it one more time. Jack Kirby, today is his birthday, the dude who wrote Black Panther. Now look at this. He died in history 162 days after his birthday, right? And the Black Panther movie came out on 16/2, like 162. And baseball equals 162 with the alphabetic order in reverse. And Major League Baseball is 162 with the alphabetic order, like how there's normally 162 games in a season. And this dude died way back in 94, so it just shows you this shit's been all planned. Everything that they're doing this year, all perfectly planned. Because again, Jackie Robinson's story started in 1944, 76 years ago, and it started on July 6, 76, which was a date with 76 numerology that year, just like this year has 76 date numerology on August 28th, and Jackie Robinson equals 76, Jack Robinson equals 76, colon equals 76, this dude dead from colon cancer, Negro Slave Blues Rasta, they're all 76, the Million Man March on the day, leaving 76 days left in the year. This author, Jack Kirby, died at 76, age 76, and now they're changing Boseman's birthday from 77 to 76 to make him a year older on Wikipedia.
Wow.
It is wow, man. It is wow. And I made a video earlier today talking about all this 76 shit earlier before he even died. The video I made about Jackie Robinson Day was all about 76 and how they do this. And now look at this example they do. Then they kill a dude and say he died from colon cancer. And that's what I hate about how they get away with. They murder. If these people aren't faking their deaths, they're murdering people and they continuously blame it on bullshit. They committed suicide. They died of cancer. They died in a car crash. They died of natural causes.
Come on, bro. Like colon cancer. Come on, bro. Like that's silly. That's silly. game.
But see what they do?
Yeah,
They put out the image today because now we're in the Photoshop age, and they make him look all sick and scrawny. And now people will just look at that picture. They'll be like, "Well, he looks sick right there." But it's like, shit. The last time I saw him, he didn't look anything like that. So.
Man, last time I seen bro, he looked straight. He looked straight to me.
Exactly.
And I knew something was crazy because when I used the Gematria and I forgot what had equaled 213. It was something in this.
Black Panther's 213. The NBA Finals is 213. Black History Month's 213. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I figured. I was like, he died at. That's when my girl was like, yeah, he died in L.A. I said, what? You mean like Jackie Robinson played for the Dodgers in L.A. and Kobe Bryant died played for L.A. I said, whoa, this is getting crazy, man.
If you go back and watch my video from February 6th on Gematria FX Sports, I covered the Mookie Betts trade because he got traded to the Dodgers on 4-2, like Jackie 42. I said, watch out, this is connected to Kobe. I said it in the video. I said Kobe was just reportedly died in the 4200 block, even though he died in the middle of the field. Now, Mookie Betts, the best black baseball player in Major Leagues, going to the Dodgers, LA on 4-2 in Black History Month. Right after the Super Bowl and Patrick Mahomes throws 42 attempts, all this shit's scripted together. So.
Oh yeah. I peeped that one, man. Bro, I appreciate you, bro. Man, everything you do, I'm talking about, man. I can see why they're deleting your channels, man. You speaking the truth, bro.
Right. If they didn't delete my channels, there'd be so much evidence up here of all the rigging and all the false flags and just all the shit we called in advance, from sports to when the next shooting was going to be, to the next rigged election, to when the next storm was going to be. I mean, people, it's not a joke. I said on May 7th, the circle of the dates, July 25th, August 4th, and August 24th, and I said, watch the storms make landfall on those dates. All three of those dates hit with hurricanes and tropical storms. I mean, come on. So.
Man, hey, another thing too is that Super Bowl 50. I remember that video. It had about 100. It had about 500,000 views. That was a masterpiece, my guy. I'm talking about top to bottom. I watched that entire video. It was a masterpiece, bro. Like they had to delete that one.
They had to delete a lot of videos, exactly, man, because we just been exposing too much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Man, I appreciate you, man. You have a good one, bro.
All right, take care, man. Have a good night.
Yeah.
And they doing all the same stuff this year, man. It's sick. And all this is part of it. It just never ends with these patterns, man. Well, I shouldn't say it never ends. It's going to end the day we end it. I'm telling you, this shit's not going to end until we end it. The day we, the young men, decide to stand up and roll over the old shriveled men, the Wizard of Oz, it's not ending until that day comes. That's the thing. Us young people, we're ruled over by old shriveled men. It's a fact. Old shriveled men planning this shit. Rockefeller types, these types of people. Oh boy. Look at these politicians that rule over us too. Oh my God.
From
What's up, Down Under?
All right, man.
How you doing?
You're late out there. What's going on?
Well, I just can't sleep with all this 42 shit.
So I just wanted to share some. Yeah, I know it's bad. What I have to share is not really to do with it, but it's still important information. So I came across a tweet today, and it kind of got me on like a research frenzy. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say jinn? J-I-N-N-S?
Oh, a jinn, like a Jewish evil spirit?
Yeah, exactly right. So I looked at this thread on a species that lives amongst humans called jinns. And it kind of ties into the whole reptilian, conspiracy theory or whatever it is. I never really paid much attention to it. It sounds kind of far-fetched. But, there's a few few similarities between the two entities. So a jinn, also known as a genie, is a word that derives from Arabian folklore and Islamic religion. According to Islam, they are a species God created after angels but before humans. Now, jinns live in our world, but in a different dimensional plane, so goes the theory. They are made up of some type of blue energy that has elements of heat or fire. In the Quran, God states that He created jinns from the purest form of fire, which scientists now know is the blue part of the flame, right? This is also seen in many movies like Harry Potter and Aladdin, the stronger flames of blue, and shows and anime, things like that. In most anime with demon characters / the devil, the demons appear with blue flames. I was rewatching the movie that Chadwick Boseman is in, the Avengers movie, and the evil antagonist, whenever he walks around, there's always this smoky blue haze that he gives off every time he teleports to and from.
Huh.
So jinns apparently have abilities. They can live for thousands of years, they can shapeshift into anything they choose, including humans, and they can travel apparently at the speed of light. They can also walk through objects if they choose to, much like ghosts. Look at the genie in Aladdin, for instance. As you can probably tell, he's blue, he can shapeshift, he lives for thousands of years, he can travel anywhere and fly through objects. Hollywood loves to steal ideas from reality, but society just sees it all as, fantasy and creativity. But even the magic carpet has kind of connections to this from Aladdin, so I'll continue. Jinns, much like humans, have free will. They can do what they choose, and it's even hinted at this in, archaic texts, like the Quran, the Bible, all that stuff, where God gives demons and angels free will, or something to that degree. But anyway, so they can either be good or evil. Now, the evil jinns are what you would classify as demons. They lure in desperate humans and offer them materialistic objects, money, success, etc., in exchange for their enslaved souls. So this is what they kind of talk about when you say, I sold my soul to the devil. If you ever wondered how people with broken lives, or that came from impoverished villages, suddenly become a world-famous pop star or an artist or whatever, they didn't actually make a deal with Satan per se, but they're referring to just the jinns in question. So even if you've seen the movie Shazam, another superhero movie, it deals with the 7 deadly sins, and they bear very heavy resemblance to the thing that I'm describing in this jinn entity. So those jinns can shapeshift. They cannot fully replicate humans, as the theory goes. There's always something off about their image when they do. The eyes usually take a more diamond-like shape, and that kind of reminds people of snake eyes or reptilian eyes. And as you know, in the story of Adam and Eve, Satan turned into a snake supposedly, which led to Eve doing the forbidden fruit thing. But more on the reptilian conspiracy theory, which states that there are sophisticated reptilian humanoids living among us who can also shapeshift and have infiltrated the world government for control over humans. But it might be actually confused with people that don't understand what jinns are. There are evil jinns, what Christianity would call demons, working with the evil elite of humans that control the world currently. This is why there's so much snake/reptile symbolism on government badges, especially in the Vatican. As you know, Vatican Grand Hall is really shaped like a viper's mouth. There's that striking resemblance with the stained glass windows. Jinns, moron, are commonly confused with ghosts, especially by Western society, because sometimes jinns will occasionally cross over, as the theory goes, to the human world. During what would be called a poltergeist, it's usually a jinn trying to bully a human for some unknown reason to the human victim. Now, in religious texts, Satan mocks Adam by saying that he can walk through him, quote, when evil jinns possess humans. This is how they do it, apparently. They can enter inside of you because they are created from raw energy, much like how radio or gamma ray wave or Wi-Fi waves might pass through you. Now you may be asking, how come we can't see them? Well, for humans to see jinns, they must shapeshift into something humans can see, so on a physical plane. And the reason is because human eyes cannot see the energy wavelength that the jinns are created from, the same way that you can't see gamma rays, ultraviolet light, etc., etc. Now, onto a more, well-known story. King Solomon of Palestine was a prophet in Abrahamic religion. He came after Moses, but before Jesus and Muhammad. According to religious texts, he was given the ability to see and
communicate with jinns. He was also given complete authority over them and can instruct them to do his bidding. There's a specific story where King Solomon asks a jinn to bring him a throne that belonged to another queen in a faraway country. The jinn did the task in the blink of an eye, and not only did he bring the throne, but he brought the entire palace practically. This shows how jinns can dematerialize and rematerialize objects at will, and explains how the genie from Aladdin can just spawn random objects and stuff and, make things disappear. Now, to the magic carpet, which is also featured, who was friends with Aladdin. Apparently, King Solomon also wrote a magic carpet in real life. It actually says this in some religious texts. Disney knew what they were doing, definitely, and their creativity, if you want to call it that, definitely stems from somewhere. King Solomon also made jinns build an enormous temple for him in Palestine, Jerusalem. It was destroyed over time, as the theory goes, but the foundation platform still exists today with the mosque on top of it. Scientists say that the platform that the mosque is resting on is cut with perfect precision, just as, things like Machu Picchu in Peru and all those other mysteriously built things like the pyramids are. They also noticed an astonishing discovery. The entire rock platform isn't even from the area. It's made out of a particular rock bed that is from an entirely different region. It looks as if it was lifted off the ground in another continent and dropped here. That's like a quote from what scientists said about the building. So could this explain how there's so many ancient buildings around the world with geometry that has perfect laser cut precision? If we think about it, were these ancient buildings also built by jinns? We can go to answer this question partially to the story of Moses, where the Pharaoh invites sorcerers to his temple for entertainment. The sorcerers drop their staff on the floor and the staff turn into snakes. Moses then throws his own staff, which turns into a larger snake that eats the other snakes. There's a lot of magic and dark magic going on in these stories. So ancient humans meddled with dark magic long before today. So do you ever wonder why the Illuminati uses so much symbolism from King Solomon in ancient Egypt? It's all related to magic and power. And for some reason, today's world government doesn't want you to know jinns or magic exist, as the theory says. That's what I had for you today. But I wanted to know if you had any thoughts or you got anything to do with Gematria that linked to.
Well, Jin does have the Gematria of 47 like Beast, and we know how special that number is to him. And everything he said is really interesting, and the more I do this research and just witness what's going on, the more it does seem like something that is not human is responsible. Last night I did a live stream, and I cut off most of it because I regret the 40-minute conversation I had with somebody, but what was interesting is in light of the organic nature of the way the world works. A person called in late last night because I was up late doing a live stream too, and I don't know if you were listening, but he was arguing that Jesus was real because Jesus he dreams about, and he can tell that in his dreams that Jesus is real. And then his other proof that Jesus was real is that he was, in his words, he was fornicating with a woman, and she turned into a demon full of fire. And he prayed to Jesus, and the problem was resolved. And, to me, it was too late, and I was like, okay. Well, now what you're saying today, I'm like, oh my God. Well, your story's like the jinn thing. And then the other thing, it was late last night. It was like, it was early today. I guess, hold on. Now we're into Saturday. It was early Friday when he was saying this. And I wasn't even thinking about how, it was the anniversary of the Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream speech. And when I woke up, I thought about that. And now you're calling in about the jinns, and I'm thinking about him last night with the woman on fire, and I was like, okay, is this guy high, or is this something that I've never experienced, so I just can't relate with? But, it's just weird, man, and I'll have to look more into it. When I gave away the free hoodies in Washington State on March 13th to get people to come out and protest Event 201 at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, this one dude came out and he was talking all about jinns too, so and he was a Muslim dude, so he knew all about jinns. Yeah, so maybe this is what's going on.
It could be the hidden link between when people talk about filling their soul and using actual magic to perform. It's so powerful. movies. I could probably list like 5 or 10 movies that have, features of telling people soul the devil and then having these extreme powers. But just on another tangent, just like completely different from that. I was the one that called in a couple of days ago talking about how there's like a big lockdown in Melbourne and how I think it's coming to America very soon. And I saw this Reddit post about where I live. So it's Melbourne. We're under full complete lockdown, as I said, blah blah blah. And people are saying that it's literally the epicenter of the New World Order. So on Reddit, there's all these things about how this is like a testing ground, and because people are we're very pacified here. Obviously, there's no weapons. We don't even have constitutional constitutional right to free speech. So if you say certain things in a public scene, you can be arrested depending on who the police are and how they, see whatever you said. But yeah, I just wanted to say to you guys, like, you have the ability to fight back. And best believe I'm going to do my best down here, but we've got to start thinking of solutions. And I know that you're all about solutions. You've done your best, but for the most part, I'm trying to put this message out to the people that are watching that you got to stand up. We're all going to stand up, and we're all going to do something about what's going on, because as you said before, we're all just ruled by wrinkly old men. I mean, they may have a lot of money and a lot of power and maybe even the use of these gins or whatever at their disposal, but at the end of the day, they are outnumbered heavily, and all it takes is a mass awakening or something that just triggers, and you start to, even people that would, naysay and tell you off for thinking like all these so-called left-of-center beliefs, you would be surprised how fast that will turn around and start to help out when there's a common goal involved. So, yeah, that's my message for tonight. Hopefully you guys can comprehend it. I know it's late.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, great call, great information, and have a good rest of your day. What time is it right now in Australia?
7:50 on Saturday night.
Okay.
8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Sunday.
Yeah, amazing. All right, well, have a good rest of your day. Yeah, you take care.
Hey, just by the way, it doesn't cost you to have these calls, right? Like, it's
I don't think so, unless Google's going to send me a bill at the end of the month. They better not, so.
Okay, if they do, just let me know, because I don't want to charge you extra for international call.
Well, I appreciate it anyway. It's okay, man. Thank you.
Alright, bro, thanks. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm using this Google phone number, so I've been taking the international calls because it's supposed to be all free. Unless it like forwards a bill to your, I'll find out. That'd be a disaster. It'll be expensive because we had a lot of international calls. Okay. All right, we'll take one more call and then I am going to go to bed. Caller?
Hi, Zach.
Hey.
Oh, great to finally talk to you. I just wanted to talk about how Chadwick Boseman also equals to rocket launch, and the rocket is called the NROL, and that equals 59. So I'm wondering if that's all related. Plus, I couldn't help but notice tonight there was a blood moon.
Oh, was there?
So this. Yeah, I live in North Dakota. I walked outside today. I'm like, wow, that's a very red moon setting, so.
Okay.
Just wondering if you know anything about that.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm scared of blood moons equal, like, the ritual, whatever it is,
Yeah, I'll look into the moon phase. I don't have anything right now. I gotta do some research. So it might not have actually been a real blood moon. Maybe there's forest fires around, so it made the moon redder than normal. Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, I walked outside and it was like a completely red moon, like, setting. My girlfriend's the one that actually noticed it first.
When the sky is smoky, when we've had bad forest fires out here, it's crazy how red the moon gets. So, you're in North Dakota though.
Too, yeah.
I don't know what would be on fire in North Dakota. You guys don't have that many trees, do you?
No, not at all, actually. But it's been a little hazy though lately. I'm sure it's from that way.
Huh? Yeah. Well, there are fires going on all over, but yeah, when the moon's red, it's wild. So.
Oh, okay. So you haven't seen any type of red moon at all.
Well,
You're
honestly,
really
man, I've been staring at my computer screen for 8 straight hours decoding all this stuff. So I mean, I can go outside and look. Maybe it is all red. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, but like I said, I noticed there's actually just like about an hour ago, the rocket launch in Cape Canaveral, they had to shut it down because the engine's some kind of malfunction.
Oh.
But yeah, that equals 59 as well in Gematria. So the NROL engine, I believe.
Well, I'm telling you, the same people run pretty much everything. So.
Right.
Huh.
Okay.
I didn't know about the rocket launch. I'll look into that too.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your time. I'll let you get to the other callers.
All right. Yeah. Have a good one. All right.
Call from.
Caller.
Yeah, I'm late here, but so maybe you've already covered some of this, but I'll just see. Did you get the James Brown Eagle 39?
James Brown? Oh, because he
Yeah,
played
Chadwick
James
Boseman.
Brown. That's right, he played James Brown, and James Brown was ritually off too. And he died 39 weeks after his birthday. It's just crazy how they bring it all together, man. Yeah? Yeah. He died exactly.
Also, the chosen one is 131 and 59.
Okay.
You know, they call LeBron the chosen one.
Right, he's got it tattooed on his... I normally don't say the chosen one, because if you just write out chosen one, it equals 98, like National Basketball Association. And the word chosen alone is 98, and chosen one's 98. And that's what's tattooed on his back. Huh, chosen one's also 145, like Catholic. Go figure. Yeah. So.
And do you think Michael Jordan could be next? I mean, it's like the year of the Tiger. He was the Black Cat, and he's 59. 30 equals 59.
I gotta think Jordan would live to be at least 62. Jordan's also 62. I wouldn't be surprised if he dies at 62, though. I would not be surprised. So.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that Kobe's production company equals 177 and 201?
What is Kobe's production company? I didn't know that.
Granity Studios.
What is it?
Granity Studios. If you go to his Twitter, it's literally, he said CEO of Granity Studios.
Granity Studios. Well, that just makes too much sense because Catholic Mass is 201. He died traveling from Catholic Mass. And then Robert Rodriguez is 201, who directed the Black Mamba film with the exploding helicopter. So hold on, I'm putting it in here. Granity Studios. Oh my God. 177 and 201, like the Jesuit orders, 66 and 87, like number of the beast. Mr. 81 points in his 666th career game for Kobe Bean Bryant, 81, marking the beast, 81. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Huh.
I wish I knew about this earlier. I would have got that Luka Doncic on Kobe.
177 days after Doncic's birthday, his name's 177. He scores the winning bucket on Kobe Bryant's birthday for the 135th points. It's just a joke, man.
Yeah.
On a Sunday, too, because Sunday's the same as Jesuit. And the Jesuit order's 177, like Luka Doncic. Luka Donkey.
Yep.
All right. Crazy. So are you sure that's Kobe's production company?
I mean, if you go right to his Twitter, it literally says it in his bio.
Okay, I believe you. It makes too much sense.
And then that Dear Basketball is listed as one of the films, and so is that Kobe and Muse, or I think it was called.
Dear Basketball 113, like Kobe Bryant? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's literally on the website.
Oh.
As,
it's in here in his Wikipedia. It says he launched the company in 2013, Granity Studios. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, good find, man. The fingerprints are everywhere. So.
And I don't know if you were playing last night or maybe a little, I don't know. You're talking about the black guy and the white girl and all that stuff.
What's that?
During like the march.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you mean what I said in the last video?
Yeah.
What do you think about my theory? Is it correct?
Well, if you type in, there's a popular website
that's like an interracial adult film site called Black.com, and that equals 69 and 201.
No, it doesn't. What's it called? Black.com? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh my
So just
God.
type it into the calculator.
Oh my God,
Chat
man.
knows exactly what I'm talking
All
about.
right. How do you spell it? BLACKED?
Yeah, .com.
Really? This is going to equal 201? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Let me see. Yeah, the same people run all these porn companies too. I mean, it only makes sense. Let me see. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, man, I think I'm right. I think my theory is correct. So.
I think you are.
Wow. Well, I guess I told you my next book's going to be 201 Proofs the Jesuits Did It. I guess I'm going to put black.com in there too because I'm building up my 201 examples of 201. So. Have to look into who their adult talent is. Be funny if all their names equal 201. All right, man. I appreciate it. Great research, man.
Yeah.
All right, take care. All right, see you, man. Ugh. Oh, man. Yeah, Catholic Mass is 201, you guys, and Robert Rodriguez is 201, who directed the Black Mamba film. And Kobe, all this stuff synced up with the Pope, living in Suite 201, the first Jesuit Pope. Caller?
Hey, what's up, Zach? It's Frank.
What's up, man?
Hey, I don't know if you covered Marvel's Black Panther equals 201.
Marvel's Black Panther equals 201?
Yes.
Is that how they refer to it? Would they write it like that?
Yeah, because Marvel's Black Panther, yeah.
Okay. I'm typing it in right now. Well, it makes sense because the Black Panther Party had their first... it's just like Pope Francis, 201 and 312. Or it's Jorge Mario Bergoglio's birth name. But it makes sense because the Black Panther Party had their first meetings in a Catholic church in the Bay Area. So
Right.
it just makes too much sense. Man, we're going crazy with the 201s here.
And that one caller with the Kobe Bryant in the studio, that was crazy.
Oh, the Granity Studios?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just making more and more sense. So, huh?
And another thing, he also played in a movie called A Message to the King. That equals 83, and we're in the time of King James.
Oh, of course, and it's all about the King James riddle. Yeah.
Yep. So there you go.
Huh? Amazing.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, man. I didn't know if you were still up, man. The last live stream, you said you're going to bed. So I'm here on the East Coast in Chicago, so.
Well, sweet lady wasn't happy with me, so anyway, I ended up doing more research. All right, appreciate it, man.
All right, bud.
All right,
take care.
Look at this. Put it all down. You guys don't know how many times I've written out the same sentences, screenshotted the same shit, but I just gotta keep building these posts. I keep thinking someday people are actually going to pay attention to this work. You should see how pathetic the stats are for this website. It's like the most interesting information in the world and nobody looks at it. Even you guys who follow this channel never go to my website. You guys are always texting me, Zach, check out this news story. It's like, shit, I decoded that 6 hours ago. Watch my website.
From
Caller?
Hey, Zach.
Hey, what's up?
Looking at Michael B. Jordan, the actor, he played with Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther.
Okay.
And Chadwick died 201 days after Michael B. Jordan's 33rd birthday.
Michael B. Jordan, the actor? Give it to me one more time. It's way past my bedtime.
Okay, Chadwick died 201 days after Michael B. Jordan's 33rd birthday.
And they were in what movie together?
February 9th. Black Panther.
Oh, shit. And so another 201. Oh, my God.
Yep, there you go.
What's his name again? Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan, yep.
See, I'm all kinds of dyslexics. I wrote Michael J. Borden, and I was all confused. Okay, Michael B. Jordan. Oh, my God, man. Well, so I haven't seen the Black Panther movie. What characters are these guys playing? Are they like...
Michael B. Jordan is actually like his competitor or somebody that wants to take his
That's
spot.
exactly
So
what
pretty
I
much,
wanted to know. That makes sense to me. That's exactly what I was wondering.
yeah.
Oh, look at it, man. 201 days, and we just found out Marvel's Black Panther's 201. The things we can accomplish at 3:30 in the morning. Amazing. Good work, man.
That's great. All right, time for bed.
Well, I feel like if I stay on, maybe I'll get 10 more great calls. So keep it up, man. Appreciate it. All right, see you.
Thanks. Bye.
I gotta write all this shit down before I forget it. This is what my life's like, guys. I can't ever get away because right when I think I'm done with the job, somebody's like, you gotta check this out. You gotta check this out. And then I'm always glad I did, but it's just like, oh my god, I just can't get away from this computer. And the next thing you know, 7 years have passed by and you're like, holy shit, the world still doesn't care about this research even though we damn near called everything. Oh my goodness. Marvel's Black Panther. That 312 is not to be slept on either. I'm telling you that number. In 75's Catholic Church, and remember he died 132 weeks after the movie came out. Catholic Church is also 132. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, Zach? Hey, you mentioned earlier about the Kobe crash, like it's a black helicopter, white helicopter.
Right.
Every time I read, it doesn't say it was his helicopter. Actually,
It
in a
says
lot
it
of
was.
articles.
It does. I know you're right. It says it was like a Sikorsky S-76, and right after the 76.
Yeah,
And
it just
speaking
says
of,
it has he traveled in a helicopter he was traveling in.
why would he be flying in his helicopter though? He's got his own fancy ass helicopter. Doesn't even make sense.
Good question. I have no idea.
Because to me,
it was, you know, when the story came out, it was Kobe's helicopter. He owned a helicopter, then obviously it was a white helicopter, and then he said he was just traveling in a helicopter. So yeah, good question why it wasn't his.
yeah.
It was under maintenance. Who knows?
And again, just the predictive programming and the cartoon on Comedy Central that came out on 16/11, like the King James Bible came out in 1611, and again, LeBron, King James passed him in his hometown the day before his death, and then the Black Mamba, Nike commercial with the exploding helicopter, directed by Robert Rodriguez, 201, is just... I mean, it's just too much of a show, and also, I don't know if you've seen all my work on, like, the books he released and how the main character's name's 157, and it came out 157 days, I think, before, or, I forget exactly how it was, but it's just, there's just so many rituals, man, it's way too coordinated, and I still remember the day after he died, how ESPN's front page story was, Kobe always liked to control the narrative, and it was, like, him with, like, a sinister grin, like, zoomed in on his face. And then it was like the same day that Tracy McGrady gave the interview with Rachel Nichols on ESPN, and he said that when Kobe was young, he said he wanted to die early so he could be immortalized as a legend. So it's just, I mean, it's possible that he really did die, but and let's not forget that when he first died, they said 5 people died in the helicopter, and then hours later they jumped it to 9. We're like, really, 5 more? Like Black Mamba 59, like Calabasas 59. I mean, just the whole damn thing. Because how are they going to misreport this stuff so widely? And then, anyway, it all just seems so ridiculous. So.
Yeah, I'm leaning on that thing often, but
yeah,
who knows? I mean, who knows what's going on?
It's true.
So, I mean, it's kind of hard to hide a 6'7" black dude, so.
The world is a big place, though. There could be, there could be some place. And you know what, man? It's, again, just being open-minded. It's like, we don't really know what's going on in this world. I'm not a big fan of the flat earth theory, but, the flat earthers will say there's this other territory that we don't even know anything about that's hidden from the map. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe they're wrong about that. Maybe space travel's figured out. Maybe they know where a even better planet is. Maybe these guys get to leave Earth and go live on the better, more ideal planet. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on, but there is something really bizarre.
Yeah, I feel like the more I understand stuff, the less I understand stuff sometimes. You feel like you get all put together, and then it's like some sort of monkey wrench thing, and it's like, Jesus, what is going on?
You just know you're being lied to. I mean, that's the one thing we know. We're definitely being lied to. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everything is just a bunch of nonsense being thrown at you. It's crazy.
It is crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
See, now it's just making more sense, because again, he died 132 weeks after the movie came out. In Catholic churches, 132. So is United States of America, and don't forget the United States of America was named 132 days after it was established, July 4th, 1776, named on September 9th. But again, 132 rooms in the White House. D.C. used to be Rome on the Potomac, known as the Catholic colony. But again, 201 is the number of the Jesuits who served the Catholic Church. And again, Pope Francis, he's the first Jesuit pope, the first to live in Suite 201. So, all this is just making more and more sense. And maybe everybody went to bed, because nobody's calling in. Getting Google voicemails, though.
From
Tim.
Hey, what's up, caller?
Hey, what's up? I see you're talking about this Chadwick Boseman dying on Jack Kirby's birthday, and I want to ask about this. What do you think about how he died at 42, but the media is trying to represent it as 43?
Well, that's what I talked about all in the last live stream, and I think they're doing that because they probably realized that people would realize that, okay, this is more than a coincidence. Dead at 42 after starring in the movie 42 on the day that MLB is celebrating his Jackie Robinson Day for this season. So everyone wore a 42 patch today in the MLB. I mean, a lot of people would connect the dots if they did that. But it's like I said earlier, they know that if they say 43, people will say, oh, that's close, but that's probably just a coincidence, which is sad, but I think that's why they did it.
Well, look, I think they did it to hide it because they overplayed their hand. And did you get into this? He was doing something called Operation 42, where they raised $4.2 million for coronavirus equipment.
Right, I covered that earlier. How the guy who did, I took down the thing. The guy who on what's normally Jackie Robinson Day, the guy who's connected to the film, did he donate $4.2 million?
Exactly. So, now I was looking at one of the things, and I never looked into the sports until I heard you talking about some of the symbolism about 9/11 and how the sports kind of telegraph this stuff. And so I'm looking at this case of Joe Theismann and Alex Smith, who had their legs broken on the 42nd yard line, the same way 33 years apart.
Trust me, we covered that to death at the time, and that was even synced up with this year's Super Bowl, because Alex Smith came over for the Chiefs, and he was the mentor for Mahomes. That was all a major ritual synced with this year's Super Bowl.
Right. Okay, so I've been looking at that. Number 42, it happens in Washington, 42nd State.
So here, let me tell you a couple more things about that. So it was J.J. Watt. It was J.J. Watt who was on top of Alex Smith, and his birthday is March 22nd, 322, and it happened on the 322nd day of the year, November 18th. And American football is credited to Skull and Bones member Walter Camp, who went to Yale Skull and Bones, who identifies by 322. And there's so much more to it, man, because Lawrence Taylor's who broke Joe Theismann's leg, and I forget, like, the distance and spacing, it's all the same. If you go to my old blog, freetofindtruth.blogspot.com, there's a really long post.
Here's what I'm thinking of. There must be a correlation here between that and Kaepernick, because it has to do with the symbolism of taking a leg out. Kaepernick takes a knee. He turns 33 on November 3rd.
And remember, Kaepernick replaced Alex Smith. It's all connected, man.
Okay, and then one more thing. So, Joe Theismann was commenting on Kaepernick's kneeling, and he said, Kaepernick is a pain in the neck for the 49ers. And I'm like, this is way before Chauvin knelt on Floyd.
But that's how, and again, Colin Kaepernick equals 146, and George Floyd was killed on the 146th day of 2020, reportedly, and the flag's birthday is 14/6. It's all big jokes.
Okay, one more thing here. So you have Kobe Bryant, his 42nd birthday was this week. I have pictures of Kobe Bryant with Chadwick Boseman, and then Kobe Bryant, one of his last interviews was with Steven Jackson, who's 42. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is with all these 42-year-olds connected to this thing? I mean, you've been going through this stuff, but what's your interpretation of the number 42? Like, you have a specific meaning?
Yeah, you should read my first book, but I think it all goes back to the 42 laws of Ma'at and the 42 generations to Jesus that begin the New Testament, because Again, 42 laws of Ma'at go back to Egypt, and the first law is I will not sin. Sin equals 42, like Savior's 42, like New Testament's 42, and again, Jesus' physical description of the Bible is that of a black man. And again, so they've done so many 42 rituals with Jesus in fiction and entertainment. It's just, I think that's what it's about.
Okay, well, here's my theory on this stuff. I've been seeing this so much. My take on it is simply, I think that you're right about it. I think that there's a meta-scripted plot here about a black Jesus, and it's also referred to with the Dark Phoenix and a number of these other movies, an allusion to a Dark Knight Rising. I think that there's some type of an archetype we're about to be presented with. I'm guessing, in fact, that it may actually be possibly a high-profile celebrity assassination done in a very Christ-like kind of setup. But anyway, I appreciate you taking my call. Very interesting information.
Well, you're very welcome. I appreciate your questions and feedback. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, take care, man. I don't know if you guys heard that, but sweet lady just came and knocked on the door. That means she's like, "What in the hell are you doing? It's 3:14 in the morning. It's pie. Might be time to shut it down." But it's so easy to see what is going on these days, you guys. I mean, that's the only good news about this year, as terrible as it's been, is it is fully exposed who is responsible. Again, 201 is the number of the Jesuits. Pope Francis' birthday is Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, like the founder of the Jesuits. Ignatius of Loyola is 201. Again, he lives in Suite 201, the Domus Sanctae Marte, 201.
From
Oh my goodness, Kathy, you're still up, huh?
Yes, and I couldn't believe I missed the first hour again. But anyways, someone was mentioning that in Captain America Civil War, Black Panther takes down the villain who goes by Zemo, which is 59, and Zemo kills the Black Panther's father in the movie. Well, I had just typed that I think this all goes back to the Central Park case with the Cooper versus Cooper, where we had that first little bit of racial division before George Floyd took over the news, because he used to work for Marvel, and he worked with Jack Kirby, and he specifically worked on the Captain America when it came out with the little Corona bottle and the coronavirus little round ball. Remember the predictive programming on that?
Right, the shot in Times Square,
I
right.
think this all goes back to Cooper, Jack Kirby, Black Panthers, tying in Captain America, Marvel.
I think you're right. I'm going to see if I can pull up that shot of Captain America real quick so people can see this. Is Captain America
That's kind of
Marvel?
where it tipped. Sorry.
So I got the shot up now, and just so people can see it, there's a Corona bottle over one corner and something that looks a lot like the coronavirus over the other. And actually down below, there's even a mask down there, like the Phantom of the Opera mask, which probably fits in as well. So, yeah, 2011, the same year Contagion came out.
Anyway, I just wanted to tell everybody that tomorrow after you get sleep, you're going to do a short little version that we can share about Chad Boseman, and we're going to just hit up every single article that we can find, every little YouTube that covers him, and if any chat's covering it, just go ahead and plaster it, and we'll at least get new people here, and they'll create some awareness.
I think it's a great plan.
We'll turn them on with a little simple riddle explaining why, and then they can look for more. But it's a great way to start out. So everybody just have that as a plan for your day tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, this death also has a lot to do with Kobe's death after Catholic Mass, and Catholic Mass equals 42. I almost forgot, so. Oh, boy.
It's a tangled web. A tangled web.
I feel like we've untangled
and he died in L.A., too.
Exactly. And again, it's 135 days after what's normally Jackie Robinson Day. The Dodgers fell to 13-5 away, and as we know, Kobe Bean Bryant's 135. Again, the Lakers just scored 135 points on Kobe Bryant Day to start the week, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make it short and sweet, though. Make it simple so people
I
can
will.
follow it, and
I
then
will.
they'll come to the
I'll-
other ones to
yeah.
learn more.
I'll do it. Appreciate it, Kathy.
Because we'll be talking about it more, I'm sure.
I'm sure we
Have
will.
a good night.
All right, take care, Kathy.
Or
Thanks.
morning.
Yeah.
Or whichever for you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Kathy.
Call from
Caller? Caller?
Sorry?
It's me.
Hey, Zach, what's going on?
Well,
I had a question, or more like a point on the concept of storm. So, Chadwick Boseman, his last character that he played, or the last movie he was in, was a Spike Lee movie called The Five Bloods.
okay.
And the character he plays, who dies in the movie, they're basically showing him in flashbacks where he gets killed by one of his soldiers or one of his platoon members. Chadwick's character in that movie was called Stormin. I don't think they ever revealed his actual name. His nickname was Stormin Norman in the film.
His nickname was Stormin Norman?
Yeah.
That weirds me out, man, because my good friend's name's Norman, and that's his nickname, and he loves Kobe Bryant. And he doesn't talk to me anymore because he thinks I went nuts, but I just wonder how he's doing with all this stuff. Stormin Norman, I'm going to have to look into that. That's like, it's weird for me, so anyway. Huh.
Yeah, that's basically all I had.
I'm gonna hold on. Stay with me. Stay with me. Let's look it up and see when this movie came out. So, this is the last movie he did. You said?
Yeah, it was on Netflix, I believe.
Oh, Netflix movie. Okay. Let's see. How do I find his movies? Actor, filmography. Okay, so there's movies that are in pre-production right now. But the Five Bloods. Okay, that's what you said. Stormin Norman. There it is. That movie came out on June 12th. That day can be written 12/6. It's kind of like the day Kobe died, 126, since it's synced up with that. Huh. That movie's 154 minutes long, and King James is 154, because this has everything to do with the Lakers and LeBron and Kobe. I'm gonna have to watch this movie.
Yeah, I'll have to. There's definitely a lot of like biblical references, like with King David, and it's a Spike Lee movie, so it focuses a lot on just like black people and kind of the history and trauma and all that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna check this movie out. I got a day off tomorrow, sort of. So for my research, I'll probably watch this movie. I'm curious now.
Yeah, that's a good watch. But yeah, that's basically all I had.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too. See you.
call from
Caller.
Okay. The Avengers video game was announced on January 26, 2017.
Okay, 3 years to Kobe's death.
Kobe's birthday. 3 years before.
Huh, that's interesting.
And the game is set to release on September 4th, which is 1 week after Boseman died. And,
Avengers video game. I'm about to look it up here. I'm just trying to finish some other notes.
yeah, it's called Marvel's Avengers. And if you type that in, it equals 181, the 42nd prime, and 64, one of the kill numbers.
Huh. Okay. Let me see. Avengers video game, January 26, 2017.
Yeah, that's when they announced the trailer for it.
Wait, that's when the game came out, or when they announced the trailer?
That's when they officially announced that the game was, going to be made.
I
and
see.
It's set to actually release a week from now.
I see. And Black Panther's
So
an
imagine
Avenger.
how many people are going to go buy it. Imagine how many more people now are going to go buy it.
Sure. I see Avengers 72 like Jesuit order, which is interesting. Okay. Marvel's 71 like Catholic, 37 like 26 and 37 like Bryant. So that's why they announced it on the 26th day of the year. Marvel's 26.
I see.
Yeah, it's all starting to make more and more sense.
Deeper and deeper.
Yeah. it's all coming together now. So, all right, man. Good work.
That's it.
Appreciate
Have
it.
a good one.
Yeah, take care. It's crazy just how they do this stuff, man. It is crazy. And that was Vince Carter's birthday, too, January 26th. Vince Carter retired by the numbers after Kobe's death. Vince Carter was in... Man, it's crazy how long Vince Carter was in the NBA for. I was in high school when Vince Carter's career started. Woo! Uh-oh, Down Under's calling back. What's up, Australia?
I'm sorry to double dip on the cold, but I just thought of something else. The same night that you guys had, what was it, Hurricane Laura or something?
Right. That
Some
was...
sort of tropical storm, or whatever it was. At the exact same point in time, so that was overnight, based on my time. The exact same time, we actually had a storm here in Northern Australia. And I thought this would be a news story that you maybe have an attempt at decoding. I just saw an article, I just glanced at an article really quickly about how there was some sort of damage to like water pipes in 88 different suburbs in my state of Melbourne. So if you can Google that story and just off the phone, because you can't actually to know. Because obviously they're trying to do something with the water pipes, even to an even greater extent than they already are with all the fluoride and stuff. But yeah, see if you can find anything on that.
Okay, I'll look into it. I appreciate the heads up on that.
Cool, thanks, bro.
Alright, you're welcome. Take care. I'll take another call until I'm done typing here, and then I'm going to bed. So, whoever gets the next call, you're the last call. Let's see. Well, maybe everybody went to bed. Nobody's calling. Okay. Don't forget, Kobe died on the 26th on the 37-year anniversary of Bear Bryant, considered the greatest football coach. Caller? Caller?
What's up, Lee?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? It's Paulie out of Michigan, man. What you doing up, dude? Like, I work a midnight job. You just been, like, up for 48 hours, dude.
Well, sometimes you just gotta be up 48 hours when shit's too crazy, so...
I know, man. I know, dude. The Gematria guy, man, my guy. Hey, look. This shit crazy, man, Chadwick. Like, what are the odds of them changing the Jackie Robinson Day and him passing away on that day being age 42? What are the odds of that?
And then not even just that, but then he also died on the birthday of the dude who wrote Black Panther.
The odds, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. And what else was it? It was something else. It's just so much, man. It's crazy, bro. And then, have you seen any videos? I've been looking up videos where it shows his age. In most of the older videos, you can see, like, different people, YouTubers, that chronicle different things in his life. And it says 1977 in most of the older videos that you see. And these are videos. And there's also an interview where he's on, I forget the guy's talk show, and he was talking about being 40 years old that year. So, this is a lot of shit, man. Another thing is, too, man, I looked up 201 days after that day, and it's March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. 2 celebrity birthdays on there, 2 black celebrity birthdays, Tamar Braxton and John Boyega. So I don't know
Well,
what that means.
no, that's a really good observation because this is connected to Kobe Bryant too. Because again, today's 135 days after what's normally Jackie Robinson Day. The Dodgers fell to 13-5. Kobe Bean Bryant won 35. Lakers just won with 135 on Kobe Bryant Day. But you just said March 17th, 317. Remember, the name of Kobe Bryant's memorial equaled 317. And Jimmy Kimmel, who was the host, has the birthday on the 317th day of the year, and 317 is the 66th prime. And Lakers, LeBron James, all that's 66. So that'll probably be there'll probably be something connected that goes down on March 17th because that's how this stuff goes. It's just like one linked story. And I don't know if you caught the caller just a few callers ago, but he pointed out that this death. The other star in Black Panther,
Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, he died 201 days after Michael B. Jordan's birthday, so.
Which was crazy, because I was just telling my friend, like, she's, like, new to this, so a lot of this was confusing when she was tuning in, so I was just telling her, like, 201 has been crazy this year. And I got off the phone, and then I got back on the live stream, and then the guy called in talking about Michael B. Jordan, and I said, holy shit, let me call her right back and tell her. She was like, what, 201? What do you mean? I'm like, yeah, it's crazy how it lines up, but it's a big clusterfuck, man. Go ahead and get some rest on, bro. I know, sweet lady, knocking on the door, man. Get your ass to sleep, man.
Well, she just actually opened the door and peeked in here and looked at me like I was straight up insane. So anyway, I better get out of here.
She about to hit that circuit breaker on your ass,
She is, man. She is. So.
All right, man.
All right. Have a good night, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me. If you guys could have just seen that last look, I thought I just saw a Jin. So anyway. Woo! I'm telling you, I'm going to hear about it tomorrow. Anyway. She'll forgive me. She'll forgive me. All right. We'll leave it there, True Seeker. And until next time.